cotton panties only. Please. Hey y'all, welcome back to Aries Routines. I have a Superman curl going on. This was an impromptu braid out. I actually took my hair down and detangled it from those twists, and yeah, I don't have an edge laid in sight, like nothing. Very impromptu. My concealer is concealering. I don't feel like changing it, so this is what y'all getting. But welcome back. Today's video is going to be my feminine hygiene routine along with some tips and tricks. I am really about to talk to y'all like y'all my little sisters, and I don't have a little sister, so it can be a little zesty. But yeah, I decided to put on makeup for this video because I was a little down in the dumps. Just got some crap going on. Just my best friend, her brother died yesterday morning, so rest in peace, Corey. I'm sending my love to her. And just like family in the hospital, it's just a lot going on. So I was like, let's spruce it up a bit, because I was looking how I was feeling, and we don't like that. We don't like that. There's a time and place for everything, and it wasn't a time nor place. Okay, so first step to my hygiene routine, or feminine hygiene routine, is water. Agua, whatever you want to call it. This right here is the GOAT. Okay, every vital organ in your body needs water. It needs hydration. I say specifically water because that is what your body needs. Now, if you are one of them people who do not like the taste of water, I can't help you. I enjoy water. I only literally drink water for the most part. Other than that, like I drink my 3 W's, water, wine, and whiskey. Like, those are my go-tos. On a regular day, I drink about 3 of these. It just helps with hydration. If you get what I'm saying, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, it helps with hydration. And like, it helps with other organs as well, like your skin, which is the largest organ in your body. Like, it needs hydration. A good way to tell if you are dehydrated is actually if your lips are continuously chapped. If you ever notice that the more water you drink, the more your lips are less likely to be chapped. So just pay attention to that. But hydration is key. It's key in my feminine hygiene because if there are any unwanted smells, it will dilute them. And once your body is hydrated and everything is diluted, you will know your real scent. So that is why water is so important, because it helps you know your real scent, so your body producing scent. And from there, if anything is off, then you know it's off because you know what your natural scent smells like. Number 2, for kind of my steps for my feminine hygiene, you are what you eat. I am what I eat. And my body is extremely sensitive to what I eat as far as smells go. So I do watch what I eat if I am wanting to indulge in adult activities. Not because the person or the man says anything. It's just because I am very conscious of that my body will smell exactly like what I eat. Like, I could literally eat an orange right now. If I go to the bathroom, I will smell the orange in my groin. I don't know why it's like this, but it's extremely sensitive. So 5 foods that I noticed have changed my smell, or you know, whatever, in a more like negative way, are like seafood, onions, garlic, broccoli, asparagus. Those are the 5 things that I was like, something is different. Do I not indulge in those things? No, I'm just conscious of them when I do want to play. In story time, I was not on top of my game, and I was eating crazy. I wasn't drinking enough water, and I was going to the gynecologist like 5 times in a row. It was so bad to the point where she was like, sis, I should see you back here in about like a year, please, like stop coming. But I was like, something is not smelling right. I did not smell normal, which I know because I wasn't drinking my water, but I knew my scent because I was previously drinking my water. So I knew something was off. I was eating crazy. I was eating crab boils. I was eating whatever. And I was like, this does not smell good. This doesn't smell right. I won't say good, but it doesn't smell right. It had like a hint of like fish, but not a BV. Like BV hits different. It's a different kind of smell. I have had BV before without smell, but I have smelled it on other people. But I was like, it just doesn't smell right. And she was like, sis, stop eating crazy and drink your damn water and you'll be all right. Like, she tested me for everything and was like, it might be your diet, so watch your diet. 3, again, you are what you eat. Probiotics. I am not a doctor or a healthcare medical professional, so please consult your doctor before you ingest anything. I am not. You can't blame me if it don't go right. But these are like the probiotics I take. Now, do I take them all the time? I be forgetting, y'all. I do be forgetting, but I do notice a difference when I do take them and when I don't. So acidophilus, y'all see the bottle, Target brand, Up and Up, works for me. I also had a woman's brand, I think it was from Amazon, honestly, works. Any probiotic for vaginal health, I pretty much don't have like a yes or no with that, but these have been working. I think these were like $14 at Target. So take a probiotic. It helps balance your gut health and your pH balance from the inside out. So I have been testing out. So I was a VH Essentials. If you watched any of my routines, you know that was my go-to. And I said, I think in my last routine, I'm pretty sure my last routine, that I was like, I'm looking for a different soap because it was literally burning. Like, and I didn't have that reaction. I don't know what changed, but I have been using the pH balancing cleanser from the Love and Wellness brand. It's almost out because in Vegas, they had a big tub and I wanted bubbles, but it doesn't bubble up. So I used almost like the whole bottle trying that. But it's fragrance free, doesn't cause any irritation at all. Not mad at it. I wanted to try it out before I gave you all, like, you know, I want to test stuff out to see if I like it before I try to promote it. Then this is in a ghetto bag, but this is the Dr. Bronner's Baby's Unscented Bar Soap. It's in a plastic bag because I was traveling and I didn't want to take this one because I like to leave stuff places and I just wanted to have one at home just in case. I didn't have any irritation and it worked well as well. And how I wash. Okay, so you can take a rag or you can take your hand. Let's say this is if you're a closed flower, not my cat in the background. So I take soap, I guess we can do it this way. Take the soap on your rag, or I suds up my hands, and wash the outside only. I wash the outside only. I take my handheld shower head. I rinse it off thoroughly. Then I go in with a rag. I like white rags for some reason. It's just a thing. I only use white rags on my face, and I typically try to use white rags on my vaginal area. I don't really know why, but I take the rag and now I spread the flour, and we get into the folds and we get into everything with just water on the rag. That's it. That's all. And I never go in with the rag. I don't do that. I do go down around everything, and just make sure it's clean and fresh. That is how I wash. I have never had any issues. And soap does not belong inside, okay? Keep it closed. Y'all seen that TikTok? I think it was a TikTok. keep it close. But it stays on the outside. Now, if you're an open flower, meaning your labia majora, I believe that's what it's called, are open, you're gonna take the soap and carefully wash on the outsides only, and then rinse it off thoroughly so it's not getting on the inside. And this is a little different because it's not like my vagina, but as far as like the booty crack, I don't know, maybe I should make that a whole separate video, because that's what I'm gonna do, because it's a whole separate maintenance routine in itself. 5 is my period care. So for a while I was using menstrual discs. I'm trying to look for it. So I was using menstrual discs. They look like so. This is a reusable one that I do not recommend, so I'm not going to promote it. But this is what most of the discs look like themselves. It's a harder edge, and then it's like a plastic cup. You squeeze and you insert. I love menstrual discs. I just felt like it was a lot of plastic. So I tried the reusable one. Hate it. Don't recommend. So now, because I haven't been using like the reusable or the non-reusable, I don't know what they're called, I can't think of the word, I went back to like pads, because I'm not a tampon girl. This is the only brand I use. 100% pure cotton, ultra thin with wings. Only brand. I love it. And I'm trying to think. Oh, if y'all watch my Target shop with me, y'all saw the diapers I picked up. Love these. Love them. No complaints whatsoever when it comes to them. So in between, how to keep fresh. In between, like when I'm changing out my pad or when I'm going to the restroom, really, I like to spray with just a water bottle. I spray everything off. If you have like clots and like, you know, it kind of gets like down there, you spray it out and just rinse everything off. This is actually a sauce bottle from Target, probably max $4. They have like, I think they're called Perry bottles, after you give birth. I've never given birth. So I just went ahead and got this. Works amazing. And then I take my water wipes. I do this regardless of my period or not. But I take my water wipes and I wipe everything away. And then you can't flush those, so that's the only downside, and I throw them away. And then I go in with toilet tissue, toilet paper, whatever you want to call it, and make sure my area is dry. Moisture causes odor. Moisture causes odor. So moisture that is sitting specifically causes odor. So make sure you are changing your pads, your tampons, your whatever out, because it will cause a smell just because it's wet, sitting on flesh, and it's warm. So moisture, warmth causes odor. So keep that in mind. If you're noticing you're not just as fresh as you would like to be, you probably just need to change your pads more often. Okay, y'all, number 6, panties. Cotton panties specifically. So I just pulled out a pair of panties. These are actually from Walmart. They were $2.50, but they're just a brief kind of granny panty. I don't care as long as my vajayjay is breathing. Cotton panties are breathable, and that's what matters. My old co-worker used to say, lace keeps your man in place. And I used to say, it also keeps other things in place. Like, it's not breathable, number 1, which means that moisture that I was talking about, because everybody's vagina should be excreting some kind of discharge, or sweat. It keeps it there. That synthetic material keeps it there, which means bacteria is growing and smells are brewing, and yeast infection and BV can happen easier. So cotton panties, please. It's so simple. I am not saying, again, I'm not saying that I don't have the other fancy panties, but those are for special occasions. I am not wearing them on a regular basis. Cotton panties only. Please. Number 8. This may be a little controversial, so I apologize in advance. It's not politically correct. Your sexual partners matter. Okay? Your sexual partners matter. A man can literally, a woman too, can literally throw off your pH balance by simply inserting themselves into you. So that person matters. I always say, get tested, please. Get STD checked, STI checked before you engage in a sexual activity with one of these little raggedy boys or girls, y'all, or people. Before you engage, please get it checked out for you and your partner. Not just you. Just because you're okay doesn't mean he's or she or they are okay. Get it checked out. Get it checked out. And so you know your status. Like, knowing your status is what matters. And also, like, just because you know the status does not mean to let them insert themselves in you without a condom or protection. Y'all, like, really protect yourselves. I will say, I am human. Shit happens. I understand that. So I am not coming from a place of judgment at all. I have been there. I have made dumb decisions, you know? But I will say, like, I for myself get tested regularly because, you know, it's just too much stuff commingling, and we don't want that. We do not want that. So know your status, get tested. And I will say, and this is the controversial part, limit your amount of sexual partners. I say this because a lot of women who have multiple, and I'm saying limit the amount of sexual partners within a certain time frame. The more sexual partners you have, the more likely you are to have chronic BV and yeast infections and UTIs. So that is my PSA. Please take it with a grain of salt. Again, I am not a healthcare or medical professional. But please, please, please just know that it can cause certain things, you know? And we don't want that. I don't want that, and I don't want that for you. Okay, number 8. And it has nothing to do with my body personally, but it's just a tip I like to give people. If you smell something, say something. So I am so just pro women, and I will never try to, like, embarrass a woman. If I smell her, there are so many different types of smells. So number 1, if I don't think it's like there's something going on, I won't say anything. But if I smell like fish or garbage or like literally a strong pungent odor, I am going to say something. I have had this conversation with multiple people, and it was never taken as like an insult or like a jab, because my delivery is never, and my intentions are never to try to hurt that person. So if you smell something, if your friend is dancing and you're noticing, her odor, like it smells, like it's pungent, pull her to the side. You don't want to be, you wouldn't want that to be you. So I always say, I only say things that I would be okay with hearing. I want my friends to tell me if my vajayjay is smelling like fish or if my sit down air is smelling. I want to know that. So that is what I tell, like, I'm like that with your breath too. If the breath is funky, you can ask my best friend. She got so mad at me. But I was like, girl, you need some gum, because in my mind, if my breath is funky, tell me. Please tell me. So same with partners. You want to have that relationship with your partner, but if you smell one of your friends, because I'm thinking it's mostly women watching these, if you smell one of your friends and it's not smelling right, pull her to the side and say, hey, I noticed that like there is a smell like coming from you, or I noticed when you were dancing, girl, there was a little smell. I don't know what's going on. Like, you don't say it to hurt them or to embarrass them. You just simply say, hey, like, something's going on with your smell. It's a little bit off. And from there, they can say, oh my gosh, I've noticed like something is different and I can't figure it out. Girl, go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. They will figure it out for you. Or they can have a bad reaction. So please be ready for both. But somebody can be like, I don't have a smell. What are you talking about? I don't smell anything. Then you can either, one, just be like, I'll let them know, and that's it. Or you can be like, you know, sometimes we can't smell ourselves, but I don't really know what's going on, but there is a smell and I don't want anybody to be talking about you. Please, if you smell something, say something, because you don't want to be walking around here stinking and nobody says anything to you. I know I don't. So please help your friends out. Please help your friends out. That is my PSA. Another one. Last but most certainly not least, if I notice that my vaginal fluids, discharge, whatever word you want to go with, are off. So if the color is off, if the smell is off, if the consistency is off, I go to the doctor. I go to the doctor. It's hot on the bottom. I go to the doctor. If something isn't right, I'm going to the doctor. They are paid the big bucks to tell me what is going on. I am not sticking a suppository in my vagina and calling it a day. I am not a doctor. They're paid for that. And I will say this. I know Black women or women of color have not been supported in healthcare. Black people in general, but you know, we're speaking to us right now. I know we haven't been supported in healthcare, and I know that our death rates while bearing children or while birthing children are astronomically higher. And I will say, you need to find someone, do the research, and find somebody, or find an OB, or find a gynecologist that, one, listens to you, and two, that you feel comfortable with. We are the most open. I can't think of the word right now, but we are the most vulnerable with our doctors, especially doctors that are looking at our vaginas, looking at parts that we have never seen ourselves. So do the research, find a good OB. And what I will also tell Black women and women of color, it doesn't matter what your doctor looks like as long as they are a good doctor. I have, unfortunately, had the worst experiences ever in my life. It was only once. Experience ever in my life with a Black female OBGYN. And I was so shocked and appalled and kind of saddened. But I had the worst experience with her. And I will never go back. I will write my reviews. But I had the worst experience with her. But I have had the best experiences with my white or Caucasian, I'm not PC, so sorry y'all, my white OBGYN and my Hispanic OBGYN. I went to a new doctor last year and I absolutely love her. Like, God willing, she will deliver my children one day. Like, she was downright amazing. Like one interaction, my first interaction with her, and I was like, for sure, I'm sticking with her. You just know. You're vulnerable, you're open, and if you feel like you can be all those things with your doctor, that's a good doctor. That is a good doctor. She literally, the first time meeting, she did a breast exam. And for those of you who have never had a breast exam or are just too young to get one, you lift your arm up like this on your back and they literally go like this all the way down your breast. Well, they can't do it with gloves on because they're touching to feel. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm sweating. I'm so sorry. And she was literally like, women have got to stop apologizing for natural bodily functions. And she was like, they only want our vaginas to be wet, but when we're sweating, it's a big deal. And she said, it was a great interaction, and that may not be for you, but for me, I was like, oh my gosh, it was amazing. She even said like, it's not a real exam unless the paper's sticking to you when you get up. Like, she was so amazing. I promise you, I want her to deliver my kids, because she listened to me, and she was able to explain things to me in a way I understood. Like, she was just so amazing. So I want that for you all. I want you all to do your research. If you're not yet at a point where you need to get an annual pap smear, that's fine. That is fine. But understand that you don't have to stick with one doctor. You don't have to stick with that one that your mom went to, the one that your aunts go to, your grandma. You don't have to. If it's not a good fit, it's not a good fit. Please find a doctor that works for you. Okay, y'all. So that was it. That is my feminine hygiene tips, tricks, and routine. I want you all to please like, comment, and subscribe if you would like to. Also, I do have another video coming up. It's going to be my Valentine's Day get ready with me kind of thing. I'll be giving those little details away in the video. But please stay tuned for that. Other than that, I hope y'all have a good one.